They say that life's biggest moments often uncover the smallest truths. I never imagined that an engagement party, something meant to celebrate love, would expose the cracks in a relationship I believed was unshakable. For months, I poured myself into planning that night with Claire, the woman I thought I'd spend forever with. Every tiny detail felt like a step closer to the future we dreamed it together. Or at least, that's what I believed. When the day finally came, everything seemed perfect. The lights glowed softly. The music floated through the air, and Claire, radiant as ever, charmed every guest with that effortless grace that first drew me in. But as I looked around the room, something felt off. I couldn't find my parents. At first, I brushed it off, assuming they were running late. But as the evening went on, laughter echoing and glasses clinking, an uneasy truth began to settle in. They weren't coming. I slipped away from the crowd and called my mom. Her voice was gentle, hesitant. "We didn't know there was a party, sweetheart." My chest tightened. The laughter around me faded into a distant hum. I turned to Claire. She froze for a moment, then let out a nervous laugh. "Oh my God, I must have forgotten to add them to the invite list. Total oversight." Her words hit like a punch. My parents, the very people who raised me, supported us, even helped pay for her ring. Forgotten? It didn't make sense. I wanted to believe her. I truly did. But somewhere deep inside, a quiet voice whispered that maybe this wasn't a mistake at all. Maybe it was intentional. The rest of the night blurred together. Claire carried on as if nothing had happened, smiling, posing for pictures, introducing me as the luckiest man alive. I smiled back when I had to, but something inside me had fractured. Every toast, every cheer rang hollow. Her word, oversight, kept echoing in my mind. When the guests finally left and the music faded into silence, I asked her again, "Claire, how do you forget to invite the groom's parents?" She sighed, annoyed, like I was spoiling her night. "I told you it was a mistake. I had so much on my plate. I must have missed a few names." But I knew that wasn't true. I'd seen the guest list weeks before, neatly printed, color-coded. Every name carefully chosen by her. She'd even included distant cousins I hadn't spoken to in years. Yet somehow my parents, the two most important people in my life, had been missed. The next day, my mom called again. She didn't want to make things awkward, she said, but Claire had messaged her 2 days before the party about decorations, not an invitation, not even a mention of the event itself. That's when the truth began to take shape. It wasn't an oversight. It was exclusion, deliberate and quiet. A subtle message that my family didn't fit into the picture she was painting for us. And once I saw it that way, I couldn't unsee it. Every small moment before that, the slight eye rolls when my dad offered advice, the strained smiles toward my mom, suddenly made painful sense. I spent the next few days pretending everything was fine, but inside, I was unraveling. Love shouldn't make you question the people who raised you. Yet that's exactly what Claire had done, drawn a silent line between her world and mine. I couldn't stop thinking about my mother's voice when she said, "We didn't want to intrude." That word, intrude, broke something in me. My parents had never been anything but kind to her, even when she met them with cool politeness. When I confronted Claire again, she didn't deny it. She just looked at me, unflinching, and said, "Your parents make me uncomfortable. They're too much." I wanted the night to feel sophisticated, not awkward. Sophisticated. That was her word, the one she used to justify erasing my family. In that moment, I realized the woman I was about to marry hadn't simply forgotten my parents. She had intentionally removed them from the life she was trying to build. A life where the parts of me she didn't approve of simply wouldn't exist. That night, I ended the engagement. No shouting, no dramatic scene. Just a quiet ending to a beautiful illusion. Claire cried, said I was overreacting, that we could fix it. But I knew better. You can't build forever on selective love. Weeks later, I sat at dinner with my parents, surrounded by warmth and familiarity. My mom reached across the table, took my hand and whispered, "I'm proud of you." And for the first time in months, I felt peace. Sometimes the greatest blessings come disguised as heartbreak. And sometimes what someone forgets reveals everything you were meant to remember.